turn the beers in the air.
We are currently in a little slate of showing nothing but animated features and animated of the animated. The 2010s was kind of fucking funny. And one of the gems that came out of nowhere in the anime world was Attack on Titan.
Let me tell you something.
Out of nowhere.
Also, for everyone that's taking Japanese 1 or 2 in your local high school, Shingeki no Kyojin.
I hate all of the niggas like Eris that go, you still say Full Metal Alchemist? I say Hajime or some. No, I don't know what the fuck it is. But
Hagane no Rin Kinjutsushi.
Fuck
yeah,
you,
you're gonna get me. I'm saying with my full American chest, Attack on Titan.
You can say that. I have no problem saying it. Listen, when I used to teach, okay, and I told my students that I liked Attack on Titan, they looked at me like I had, they looked at me like I was from Mars because they didn't know what Attack on Titan was, and I said, wait a second. And I had to pull up my notes, and I said, oh yeah, Shingeki no Kyojin. And then of course my students were all like, but I'm like, who's your favorite character? Who's your favorite character? And I'm like,
I'm busting your chops because for us otakus, that was like, I watch Robotech. Fuck you, it's Macross. Kiss my, and
you children do not know the battleground of. You do not know the battleground in those musky ass videotape stores of Sir. Or you don't call it Robotech here.
Or look,
it's not Battle of the Planets, it's Gatchaman.
Look, we've been through this. Listen, we have
the niggas that will jack you up. It's Gatchaman, punk.
Listen, we have gone through this history before of our nerdiness. Okay, yes, we were in the trenches. Okay, from 1994, 1996, we were right there in Operation Human Shield of protecting anime in its purest form.
Kids, you remember Wrath of the Ninja? I remember Wrath of the Ninja.
No, we were in the trenches. Again, there was no internet. I've already shocked every
Ninja Resurrection.
Eris.
We don't talk about that, Chris. Can you stop bringing that up?
Yeah, stop saying stupid shit. Now let's bring up real history like this. I seen hands thrown when somebody say, "I like Samurai X."
No.
Rurouni Kenshin, you motherfucker. No. Say it by its name.
But hold on, but you
fight.
No, stop. See, first of all, you forgot the Jedi mind trick.
Slurs were coming.
You forgot the Jedi mind trick. You say MD Geist, it confuses your enemy and it allows you a brief 30 seconds to get away from them like you shoot down Mr. X and he takes a knee.
Sue, when you say MD Geist, they're like Murphy and RoboCop.
That's what I said. That's what I'm saying. It temporarily immobilizes them, allowing
Mr. X just does this.
Yeah, he takes a knee. Takes a knee. Mr. X and Nemesis both take a knee for a solid 30 seconds. That gives you more than enough time to run in the opposite direction.
But here's the thing with Attack on Titan, when the teaser trailer dropped. Now, at the time, I was the type that. And it really started with a little bit with Dragon Ball Z, but it really started with Naruto. Whenever anime was going into filler, I was like, fuck it, I'm not waiting. And I would just read the manga. So by the time like Naruto got through its fucking 100 episodes of fucking filler,
I'm already, by the way,
2 seasons worth
fucking legendary. I know Bleach sat on its ass for a whole season,
Naruto,
but it didn't do what Naruto did.
Let me tell you something.
Naruto did was sinful.
Let me tell you something. It says a lot that by the time I got out the Air Force, now bear in mind, Naruto was just starting when I got in the Air Force. It was what, 2004, 2003 when it dropped on Toonami.
When it came on Toonami, it was like 2006 when it came on Toonami.
You sure? I
remember,
thought it was on 2004.
Remember, it was on Disney. It was on JetX.
Oh, JetX, my bad. Yeah, JetX, my bad.
JetX?
No. JetX had Shippuden.
Yeah.
And that's way later.
Yeah, that was way later. Toonami had OG Naruto.
Yeah, Toonami did.
And they had it. It was on Saturday. It was Saturday evening. They played on Saturday evenings at 9:00. And so
they
actually,
did.
so you're right. It was 2005. I don't know why. So Bleach. It was Bleach did Naruto basically. It premiered.
They both came around. I think Bleach was on.
But anyways,
it's kind of blending in because Full Metal Alchemist is already out. Naruto was already rolling at that point when Full Metal Alchemist is out.
Yeah.
So that was 2004, 2005.
The point is
2003, according to Chris in our chat.
I think it
is. I was right. So basically,
it is. Actually, it is.
I was reading the manga, so that was always my thing. Same with Bleach. When Bleach went on his filler thing with the bout arc and all that shit, I was reading the manga, so I was already ahead, right?
Me too.
So Attack on Titan came out during a time where we were hitting where the manga and anime were kind of stride for stride in a weird way, because just jumping ahead to recent times, Attack on Titan ended earlier this year, and the final season ended earlier this year, and lots of controversy because of ending, but we'll get there when we get to season 4. But at the time of season 1, I didn't for that. The concept of the teaser trailer for it, where it's like these people on these devices and they're slicing giant enemies. I'm like, is this like a mystical land of giants and stuff? Didn't know what the fuck it was. I didn't know. So I was like, all right, cool. I'm interested. It looks interesting, right? And then you watch the first episode and you're like, holy shit. Like, what am I watching?
Exactly.
Like, it hits you like, who is this giant Titan? And why is there an armor Titan breaking through? What the fuck is going on here? And the show first season is literally just showing mysteries, and you're like, what the fuck is going on?
This show was one of the first shows actually to me that was a part of when black anime fans got loud. And y'all already know what I mean by black anime fans getting loud. When you blurred started getting really, really loud on the internet and letting it be known about blackity black people, and we like anime blackity black because for some reason you just now started identifying anime with your blackness. Fine, fair enough, not going into it. Yeah. But I remember this being the mind blower of a whole lot of people that was like, yo, I never seen nothing like that. Meanwhile, uno, dos, and tres right here, we're like, this, granted, I ain't gonna fake. Seeing that
this is very unique.
When I saw this image the first time, I was like, what the fuck is going on? And then when I started seeing them do shit like this, I'm like, holy shit.
Let me tell you
what
something.
am I watching? I look, Eric, Chris, I can understand that. But it was the virginness in everybody's tone. Wasn't it, guys? I never seen drama like this. You never watched
more anime.
We're like this. You never watched anime before, have you? I watched Dragon Ball. I watched that.
No, you're a pleb. You only watch series. You've never seen a movie.
Because here's the thing.
That's what I'm saying. You've never seen high violence in anime before?
But beyond that, Attack on Titan has everything. It has violence. It has political drama. It has undertones of stuff in real life like eugenics and racism and other stuff that comes later on in the show.
Which
it's like,
when the eugenics comes in, motherfucker, because it's Japanese people talking about eugenics, which is a whole deeper topic I don't want to go into.
So this is basically when you
and genocide.
Like when you think about this, when you really think about this, this takes place in the fictional land of Trump's Paradise Island, because he actually accomplished what he wanted. The entire island is walled.
3 walls.
I'm gonna stop you right there, nigga.
3 walls.
Stop you right there. What the fuck?
3 walls.
Wait 1 fucking second. Wait, what? Are you trying to tell me This is the white utopia that we've been fearing all of our lives.
Can I be real? Can I be real? Sue has a point, because let's be real. We're living through right now where white people who have no originality, much like the tech industry, are like, hey, fuck your future shit. We're bringing back Jim Crow, Boogaloo, Electric Boogaloo. Let's do this.
It's 1984 all over again.
Shit,
You know what
1920s.
You know what? You know what I'm thinking? We disabled all of the industries. You know what other industry we need to disable? Because let's just face it, they're not the future. Fuck babies. Why do we need Similac? Like, why do we even need it?
But hold on. They want
Let's
us to
destabilize that.
I want people to understand how backward shit is, just like this world of Attack on Titan. Hey, why aren't you having babies? Hold on, though. We're not going to pay you enough money to have a baby, so I'm not going to have kids. Fuck you.
Or we're going to.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Or we're going to give you a $50,000 signing bonus and then yank that right back after you sign the contract.
I know what y'all thinking. Well, maybe we need a leader to stand up. Somebody that's your guy's complexion. Some guy that's going to stand up to it and actually fix it for us. You know what? Yes, that would work. But you know what's going to happen, right?
All right, Vince. Hit him in the head, right between the eyes. Good shot. Okay, he's dead. Let's go get him. That's another one for the fire.
I mean, let's be real. You know, America sat there and was like, "Oh, you niggers had 8 years of a black president. Can't have that anymore."
Whoa. So you just gonna let that coon come into our town
and give us free health care
and build schools? My grandpappy worked at the coal mine for 16 years old until he was 88. And you motherfucking liberals,
sir, yes, you're not working in the coal mine, but we can give you money to train you for new jobs. Fuck you. And it's like,
you want to know the fun part, right? I hate to do this. I hate stop that. But I hate to do this, y'all. Do y'all know that very recently, over 70,000 people lost their jobs over at the coal mining industry.
Even better. Hang on. Even better, D. Would you know that this whole thing of trying to get rid of the homeless as well as immigrants and minorities and whatnot, this is all to go into the plan of 2025. Project 2025. And the real objective is for this whole thing to go into place for 2030 when the actual census kicks in. And guess what? Because this administration has fired so many government workers that would actually be doing this job for the census, they don't have the people. You don't have the manpower to do it, which makes it.
Basu plot twist though. Plot twist. I have inside baseball. They're rehiring all those folks again. Dead ass.
Okay, that's fine.
And the fucked up part is, yes, they're rehiring, but it ain't going to be instant.
No. Here's the thing, Chris. The people that would actually be doing this job wouldn't be doing this anyway. Not in that capacity.
Oh, hell no.
You're talking about something that's supposed to take place between, what is it? The actual test run is supposed to be between 2026 and 2028 before it officially goes into effect in 2030.
Somebody said it best.
Have fun hiring those people.
They really think that there's going to be enough white babies between now and then.
Another plot twist in this, somebody brought it up, and this is an older person that brought this up. Everything that's happening right now, to what Sue said with the homeless, is what happened in the 60s and 70s that caused the backlash. Because you remember back then, they were trying to get at homeless people when they realized those were a lot of vets that were homeless. And it's not a good look to fucking kick the shit out of homeless people that are vets that lost a leg in Vietnam and all that and shit. Because guess what? You end up losing the public fucking... You lose the public by beating the shit out of fucking homeless vets.
You would think for 2 seconds that the administration that is doing this would be sitting back and having this look, but they're not.
No, because they're white.
They're not.
I like how that's your excuse. Well, of course not. They're Caucasian. Like, why would they think? I like
Dave,
how
you put the video of that fucking dumb white chick that was all trying to take credit for the fucking crime being low. And I'm like, bitch, the fucking crime was 39% before you fucking put the National Guard in the fucking town.
Yeah.
D had
fucking got me.
D had the best reaction to it. He's like, how are you taking credit for the team project and you didn't do anything? Like,
because gentlemen, they all have this logic.
Thank you.
Okay,
Here's my
they
thing.
all have this logic of this is how I win.
They went into so D, what's the like? Well, it's because it's safer in red states. Name me a red state where there's a very, very violent silly.
Mississippi, West Virginia. Which fun fact, folks. West Virginia is still fucking fighting for their life with the opioid epidemic. Still fighting for their life right now.
But you know,
still fighting for their life.
I heard them. I would like to mention really quick, gentlemen, just to circle back.
No, yeah, we're circling back. Trust me.
I'm pretty sure if anything, if there is one weeb in this current administration, I'm sure that they wish that they could have control of something like this.
Eris, Sue,
if they could control a Titan,
Sue, I want you to understand
something.
We have a guy who sounds like he fucking gargles marbles in his mouth that got rid of vaccinations. You think he can handle a fucking Titan formula? No.
Listen, Titans are fascinating breed.
Sir, I'm not asking for the one that somehow mysteriously dodged a silver hollow point. Okay? I'm not talking about him, okay?
Back to the left.
RFK, look, Chris. No, no, his dad was the other one. His dad was the one where he walked out and that one white guy said, "Get your hand out my pocket."
Hey, I love Forrest Gump. Hey, back when assassinations meant something, all right?
Go to hell, Chris. Go to hell now.
Use the point.
To circle it. Hold up. To bring it back to Japan, longest running prime minister caught a Last of Us style shotgun.
This motherfucker.
I mean, from like 10, like 5 feet away.
That gun.
He did.
But to Sue's point though,
if
we're going back to Attack on Titan though, season 1 is all about how this technically was a start of an assassination. It really was.
Yeah.
If like as the story progresses, you start realizing, oh shit, they really did come for blood with this start, because this was the start of the chaos of intrigue and story. Because one of the things about Attack on Titan
started the light on the long knives, but
but one of the things about Attack on Titan that they did was, and it's kind of similar to how most sort of video games do, where they kind of set up certain things. So they give like graphs and stuff, right? So you get this picture of the Paradise Island, and you get a picture of the walls. So you have Wall Maria, Wall Rose, and Wall Cena. And each wall, like Wall Rose and Wall Cena, are like the inner walls, and Wall Maria is like the outer wall. At the start, that giant Titan you see has basically busted down Wall Maria and the towns inside that circle. So that means that's a lot of citizens that are getting fucked up by Titans. They got to retreat to Wall Rose.
Oh, you thought staying inside of a wall city was going to protect you?
Oh no! When you see a giant fucking colossal, it's a colossal Titan, by the way, that exudes a lot of steam. And when it crushes that wall and you see that armor Titan bust through it, it's like, oh shit.
So when a Titan literally has one hand over the wall going, hey, what's going on this side?
Hey, what's going on over here?
I gotta be honest with you, just for this record, the Titans themselves are like nightmare fuel throughout the whole series. It is nightmare fuel.
Yes, it is.
If they existed in real life, I don't know how I would react.
Bro, just imagine you coming around a corner. You know what I'm saying? You going around the corner of a building. No, put that picture back up. You coming around the corner and this is staring you in the face.
Well, it's been nice knowing you guys. 2BG will be the future. of podcasts because
I know. I
And
now
also,
understand.
and don't think that you can outrun them because these Titans can run.
well, when they come at you like this, I mean,
Okay.
Come on.
First off,
listen,
two things. I'm
listen,
horrified, and
listen,
I've been laughing my ass off if I see that coming.
Listen, there's always one that's defective.
there's a lot of defective ones. Which again, as we
saying-
get to the
I'm
next
saying on a
season,
season-
she's
no,
Are you
Chris. I'm
saying
saying on a season. I'm saying on a season by season basis. There's always that one defective one that gets screen time.
and the thing of it is, as much as you can look at these Titans and think they're goofy, they're still deadly.
Oh, extremely deadly.
They're deadly. It don't matter. Even the ones that we're seeing like they can kill you.
Nah, the
In
one
fact,
that
I'm
was
more
coming
terrified
around
of
you
that
like this,
one.
you just running like this. I'm
Oh,
like,
oh.
that was scared the shit.
When we get to season 2 and we get to the one D's boy that's posted up on the block like this,
and it was like he's been there for hours. He's just in there like
that's even more creepy that it's posted up there for hours and didn't
Like this.
move.
I ain't moving because I see your ass. So you know,
You can run
it's
all
up
day.
to you what
Still
you
got
want to
you.
do. It's up.
You're
to
gonna run
you
out of
what
steam
you wanna do.
eventually.
You know, look.
You know the best part is I don't even have to run.
Best part is I don't need to eat. We just listen. You know what we do? This is the wild part. And I heard this line. They don't have a digestive system, so they eat the humans and right back up.
Yeah, later in the season, Aaron is inside one of them, and it's just his boy's dead, just in a pool of just, I guess, blood or whatever is inside the Titan. That's its digestive system. They're just dead.
That's
No. Okay, so what happens in this season is Aaron actually saves Armin from being eaten by the Titan, but but in the process, Aaron gets eaten, right?
Mm-hmm. And he's inside of it.
And what we discover is, oh, he actually has Titan abilities.
Yeah, but
because
hold on,
because he does come out of a Titan as a Titan.
But hold on though, that first episode though, when his mom gets eaten.
Can I? All right. I'm glad you brought that part up, Chris. I want to talk about Aaron's mom right quick. Thank you.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah. This part right here always kind of annoyed me. Like the first time I saw it, I felt genuinely bad for his mom. But then I watched it back again and I realized something. Remember when she told Aaron, get out of here, save yourself. My legs are crushed, yada, yada. I can't move. There's no point in you saving me. When this Titan decided to show up.
How you doing, sweetheart?
When
I see you
talk
talk to your boy Aaron over there, and I'm my condolences, but I'm hungry.
No, this Titan shows up in this exact pose, by the way.
Yeah, pretty much.
What's good, honey?
In that exact pose.
Don't mind the
Pure nightmare fuel picks up Aaron's mom, and I see Aaron's mom's legs moving, and I'm like, technically, you could have got away if you'd have just let Aaron and the crew help you get out of there.
Here's the thing.
And hang on.
Go ahead.
This Titan showed up, picked her up, and gave her a one-way ticket to a Prince concert. Okay.
Yes.
Just saying, it was first
Live
row,
in heaven. Tupac.
row.
But here's the thing: like you look at
front row, by the way, and seeing Aaron's mom get eaten by that Titan, I'm like, the show is going to be rough.
But it
Here's the
echoes
thing
like
also about
yeah,
that.
go
The
ahead.
thing I will say is this, Aaron. I know what you're talking about.
Die, to be honest.
But here's the thing. It also opens something up, and I will give the show this. I don't know if this was on purpose or just how the story unfolds itself or whatever. But when they left, she instantly said, I should have let y'all get me. I should have let y'all save me. But I need you to get the fuck out of here. I need y'all to run. Keep my kids alive. Run. And I hate to do this because I instantly think of Brian Griffin. Oh, I can't see my son in that. No. I'm a parent. Fuck. Get out of here. Everybody go. And yeah, I'm going to be like, I should have let y'all save me. I should have let y'all do it. We could have done it. But it was more important for you to get the fuck out of here. This is the part I like about the show. there's a lot of decision making that has to be made like that throughout the show. Armin has a lot of them. That's the reason why my son thinks Armin's a GOAT, because Armin is always approached with that decision, and his decision, he stands on business with it. No, I made my decision. I'm doing this shit. And you see the consequence of it. We see it with Aaron later on in this series. It was the biggest consequence of the whole thing. Levi told that nigga, hey, if you turn into a Titan, bruh, I don't blame you.
Here's the thing.
And you know what he did? You know what Aaron said? I believe in my team. And them niggas got power washed.
Son, okay.
So we'll get to that later, but I'm just saying.
I just wanted to know, since you've known the Chris.
Like that through the whole show.
No, D, I wanted to bring that up, by the way. Since you brought it up, I just wanted to add. Chris Redfield, I owe you an apology. I owe you a sincere apology. When I used to say that no one has a better track record of getting their entire team slaughtered more than Chris Redfield. I am so
through no
sorry.
fault of his own, but
through no fault of his own, that is correct. But granted, he did lead them right into the line of fire of whatever bioweapon just happens to wash them at that moment. But still, dude has had a track record in every Resident Evil game. This situation in season 1 of Attack on Titan, like you said, I believe in my team, gets washed in the very next episode. And
the thing,
dude, the way that this team got slaughtered is poetic.
Because it really, but if you really think about it, it really invokes just, you got the government regime that resides within the walls, how they operate. Because number one, the military that they have, a lot of people that join the military, per usual in these situations, some people that join the military just want the cushy job, which they want to be the special police within the walls, and the special police within the walls are corrupt as fuck. Because of course they are. Because of course they are. And that also means they don't have to deal with the Titans, and they can just chill and just be with the people and not have to deal with that shit.
That's what I'm saying. More importantly, they never deal with none of the monsters.
Yeah. And then you got the rest of the military who are basically just bodies to kill the Titans, and it's just like
cannon fodder.
Cannon fodder.
This is a good, of course, is a good analogy for how the military is around the world in various countries. If I want to keep it to the country that this is origin from, Japan, this is how the Japanese military is kind of like that. Like, yeah, it's thinking of American military, but it's like, who are y'all? So are y'all doing anything? It's sort of like that. At least America, we can
worry about that.
It's like this. At least America can go. At least America can go. Contracts, nigga. I got $1 billion out of plane getting made, nigga.
No, Japan is more like, hey, look, don't worry about that. Understand that we have proof that we know how to build a Gundam.
We have proof of that.
It's like, sick. You know what's sick?
He's like, why don't you make one? Why don't you make one? Why don't you suck my cock? Okay? Why don't you suck all
of it? Here's the thing. Here's how stupid our country is. If Japan does, oh, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say they wouldn't even say that, Chris. They would say, look, don't threaten us with a good time, okay? I mean, if we really wanted to build one, and we did,
here's the thing.
No, hold on. And we prove it that this thing is battle tested and ready. What would you do?
Meanwhile, they'll hide. You know what they'll do?
What would you do?
You know what they'll do? America will.
How threatened would you feel?
No, I would feel threatened because guess what? America's answer would be talk to Elon, and I'm like, fuck you. Why Elon? Why?
This
nigga battle bot.
Hey, Japan, if you have a Gundam, you know who y'all need to use it on? I'm gonna keep it a buck. I want you to aim that shit directly at South Korea and blow them away. And y'all look at hold on. Y'all look at the rest of the world and go, now who wants some more Hollywood coal? Like that. You have to
China. Couldn't say China. You just said South Korea.
No. We need them niggas to bow to us.
It depends on what Gundam they build, though.
This is actually Eris. Chris, Eris is asking the right questions in this.
It depends on what model mobile suit they build.
No. If you want to really put your dick on the table, Wing Zero Custom. If you want to keep it original, RX-78.
Here's the funny thing about the
I would say
RX-78.
for mobility's sake on the ground, RX-78.
Yeah, keep it original. Keep it original.
How much nuclear energy would it take to attach the angel wings and make it do all of this? Okay,
Eris, there are child.
You said the custom one, Chris.
Eris, hey, Chris, he's right. There are child slaves that haven't been born yet that got to make the wings. So
we'll eventually talk about Windows Waltz, but D and Charlie looked at me in my face and said, "Chris, how the fuck is it flying in space?" And I was like, "But the wings look dope, though, right?"
It's like that's the thing that been killing me. No, and the wings got the nerve to do this.
That's on the wing.
No, and they have the nerve to do this in space. They falling off, floating down.
I want people to understand.
Floating.
I want people to understand. I get goosebumps with the the wings fly. I'm like, yeah.
Of course you do. Of course you do. You fucking weeb. Of course you do.
Hey, that shit look dope as hell. But then when you
bring an ounce of logic into it, and you're like, no, no,
that shouldn't work like that. Thank God for mini jets inside of the wing.
That's all Chris is.
But see,
that's all Chris is.
Here's the thing.
He ain't bringing no logic into it.
Per usual, when you get a military force in Attack on Titan, you obviously have your aces. And the two aces that are of this whole entire series is Mikasa and fucking Levi. If you need somebody to come in to save the day, it's those two.
Man, Misaka kills me of how they make she is above and beyond the best thing in this whole series, yeah. And for Eris, blame Eris for this. But when when you get her backstory, they beating the shit, they about to kill her mama and all that, and she stands
slave traders.
And they arrest her. You hear them talking like, yeah, she's from a place called the Orient. Number one.
Wow.
I like how Orient.
Yikes.
So, first off, I like how the word Orient, colored, and Negro are all in the same batch for white people as being as slurs. And the people that they said it to, we're like, nah. Why are you scared? But anyway, but they said that about her. But when they said, I like, of course, Misaka. And I just realized her name. She's the only Japanese person here. And instantly in the back of my mind, I hear Raven off of Metal Gear Solid. Blood of the East flows within your veins. And then a bigger question came out. What happened to Asia?
See, that's the thing about this world. It's so
happened?
I'm jumping ahead here.
What happened to China?
So here's the thing.
Titans.
I'm jumping ahead here.
Two Titans.
Later on in the series, I want to say season 3 or 4, you find out where they're at. They're on an island, and they're just very separated from the rest of the fucking world. It's like the rest of the world just kept going about their fucking business.
It's the Mad Max theory that D and Chris have. We're looking at Fury Road going, there are probably niggas in Africa right now. Like, I don't know why they're looking for that. Why are the white people doing it? Like, we have roads.
Why
we have actual concrete. What are y'all doing?
No, D, why are you gay?
Fresh paved roads.
Like, why are all you Australians yelling at each other, looking for water in what? Looking for
breast
water
milk.
in
Breast
rocket
milk.
in blessed milk.
So you
water in blessed milk.
You find out the rest of the world.
No goats around. What are you people doing?
The rest of the world has trains and steampunk and all that stuff, and and this island is full of people that are still farming and got horses. No cars, none of that shit.
This sounds.
So it's the anime version of that M. Night movie.
No, yes.
And
it's also the anime version of what the white folk in Arkansas want. That's exactly what they want.
But I digress. See, another thing that happens.
Also, a lot of Texans, but we won't go into that either.
Another thing that happens, though.
It goes back to what I said. Trump's paradise island.
Here's the thing. Another thing that happens amidst the Titans breaching the one wall is that you have obviously refugees that go into the other walls, and you end up getting a class warfare situation where the people was like, why the fuck it really is Amish Island. It really is. It is. It's Amish Island.
Oh no,
But
Chris. You said it's a class, not a class war. This is an ethnic war because it's different sects of white people, poor white people.
That's the
versus
thing.
Slightly
They're
less
looking at these people that are coming into their town like, why we gotta give them food? Because it ends up becoming a food shortage. Because of course it is. Because the Titans are overrunning like the largest part of the wall, and now all the refugees are going to the smaller part, like the middle part of the wall. So now you have a food shortage. So basically, all the refugees are either A, you join the fucking army, or B, you're fucking farming. Take your pick.
You farming, and you gonna take your chances out there with the Titans. That's
ain't no $50,000 signing bonus either.
Yeah, you're expendable.
I need a second.
Habibi firebombing got a missile to. If them robbers come through, then I guarantee they give it a lifestyle.
Let's just say,
what has happened to America?
You can't
my God! These are how is it?
You can't be swinging around on the cable holding your sword like.
Hey, Eris, shut the fuck up. Hey! What part of the wall are you from? You from?
Yeah, man.
You from Wall Rose? Because I never seen you before, man.
Look. It is what makes it interesting is then when Aaron and Mikasa join up with the army, it starts another thing where people. So basically, when you join, depending on where you're at, you either end up becoming, like we said at the beginning, the police that are just not on the front lines, and you're just, basically just being a corrupt cop to people, stealing food, maybe raping or two. I don't know, possibly.
You think?
ICE today.
Yeah, ICE. Well.
Fair.
ICE today, I said.
I want people to understand something.
Talk about the thing.
You know how bad it is that the corrupt cops are looking at ICE like, I mean, we were fucked up, but not this fucked up.
Whoa. We need some. Hey, we need some of those MS-13 people to keep the cocaine flowing around.
No. Chris, cops look at them and go,
here you fuck with the source.
Hold on. Like, Chris, cops are really looking at them going, God, we've been doing it wrong this whole time. Y'all able to do it out on Front Street?
That's 2% of the force. The other force is just like, we had a balance. All right.
Hey, Chris, you ain't lying. We got a bunch of your boy Wayne off of all Sons of Anarchy. There's a balance out here I got with the Sons. Right? As long as they on their territory, as long as those minds are over there.
I want people to understand. We're joking, but it's the truth. There was, like, if you really think about it, there was low-key kind of like, hey, there was an unwritten rule between the cops and like the shit out here where it's like, hey, you do your thing, we do our thing.
Hey, as long as y'all look, hey, look, I'm gonna
tell me. You mean to really tell me that there are some of these cops running around going, we used to be a proper crooked society?
I mean,
yes.
We used to be a proper crooked organization.
Eris, I'm gonna put it to you this way. Let's just say, and I don't think this is real, but let's just say the chief of police in DC have something going down with the dudes in Southeast that are there's actually a couple dudes down there that actually have weight that are moving shit, and she knows that she can't. You can't arrest certain people just off of certain charges. You got to have evidence XYZ. So you have to have a balance with some of these gangsters, right?
Yeah.
You have to. You ain't lying. You have to have a balance with some of these gangsters. Them ICE coming into these cities, disrupting that little bit of harmony, fucks up so much time because then sometimes like, so you just arrest my cousin like that? We had nothing to do with this. Nah. See, feds is feds. So fuck y'all. We going back on that block.
Open season.
You go back on that block, we gonna do what you do. I don't give a fuck what you do. Because you had a promise to me. Now that's gone, nigga. Nah, we done talking. You just see the joke rolling up.
But hold on, at the same time, you have no block to spin because the real block spinners are the Titans.
And True. This is the fun part about that. True. The fun part about the Titans is this. You can tell that if you're a black person, you already know what the deal is before. When the second season comes in, when we get to the second season, we talk about when you start really seeing the corruption kick in, it hits you like, okay, so who's controlling the Titans to make sure that everybody stays in line and stays in fear? Who's doing this shit? Who is doing this shit? Who's doing that? Who's pulling this? Why is those niggas in the center ain't feeling none of this shit?
There's two mysteries in the first season. So there's two mysteries in the first season. One, like Stu mentioned earlier, Aaron starts realizing his dad injected him something that made him he could transform into a Titan. And it has something to do with the basement. Now, the running thing, funny enough, on Twitter at the time, all was like, that fucking basement. When the fuck is this show gonna fucking get to this goddamn basement? Because that's all the fucking first season is.
They're gonna go down them steps, nigga. We gotta see what's inside that shit. He still got the key. You know how many people still said that? Yeah.
I remember the show was like, Aaron, the key. We're gonna get in that basement. What's gonna happen? What's the mystery?
There was quite a few mysteries that was thrown in. My favorite mystery though was the opening.
What?
Oh yeah.
No, not the song, not the song. It's something that's shown in the opening. Anyone who has seen like the opening for Attack on Titan during season 1, there's a little part in the opening that shows all the main characters lying on the field dead.
Yeah. What the fuck was that about?
Well, at the time, the creator threw that in there as kind of like a blinking and miss it to show you that this is how the show was supposed to end.
Where everybody dead, basically.
With all of them dead.
I mean, given how the show and manga eventually ends, I mean, yeah, kind of foreshadowed.
Oh, there's a lot of foreshadowing. There's so much foreshadowing in season 1. It is not funny. Like, I think that's the nature of this show, is that the first season kind of builds up that mystery of like what the fuck is happening. Like case in point, there was a shot, I forgot homegirl's name, where she had the bandage over her eye.
Oh yeah.
There was a shot earlier that showed her eye covered. Next thing you know, a couple episodes later, bandage over her eye.
I hate it. That's a nitpick I always had with anime. That they will show something in the preview, you'd be like, "What the fuck?" Like a bunch of us who were looking at Dragon Ball. Who's that dude jumping out the sky with a sword?
I mean, but that's the thing too, because
shit like that, you know what I mean?
You got
like,
that.
Wait, what?
So it's one thing because there's a couple of mysteries in the first season. One, the big disappearance, because D, I remember when we were starting up watching it again, right? D was like, "Hey, so what happened to the Colossal Titan and the Armor Titan?" And I told D, I was like, "Yeah, so little minor spoiler with that. There's two characters that if you observe them, and because of what happens when the reveal of those said two characters in the second season, you forget that those two characters did pop up and they're kind of like background, but they're there. Yeah. And they tie into the Colossal and Armor Titan.
You said one name, I was like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
I already know now. I forget. Because I forgot. I just simply forgot.
No, but you're right, because again, the show, that first season, you forget like those characters were kind of there, but they were background, but they weren't exactly up front like that. Because
that's where all the intrigue and the double crossing and the real espionage kicks in, because it's like, wait, so you were in that battle. What the? You weren't really doing nothing.
Aaron tries to attack the Colossal Titan, and the Colossal Titan lets off steam and it just disappears, and you're like, where the fuck did it go?
Yeah.
There were moments like that where you see background characters that suddenly appear like later on in the show. Mm-hmm. For example, when Aaron's mom got eaten, the shot where they show the Titan picking up Aaron's mom, and you look in the back, there's this building. You actually see two shadowy figures in the window. Those characters actually get revealed later to be actually like important characters. Mm-hmm. And I was like, wait a minute, so you were there when that happened?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Yeah, so one of the things is the mystery of the female Titan, which you end up finding out is Annie, who basically was part of the whole brigade. And a lot of it ends up revolving around the fact that when Aaron reveals himself as like a Titan, it opens it up to like people trying to get at him, and from different factions.
I mean, when you think about it, one of your own turns out to be, they turn out to have the ability to be them. Mm-hmm. So when I saw her with the Muay Thai pose, anyway, Anyway, going back.
Like, when you watch the show and you see that happen, it's like, oh shit, it's that chick.
But no, going back to my point, when you find out that one of your own has the ability to be one of them, it's like, okay,
at will.
We have two options. He's already in the military. He can be our new weapon, or this dude can go rogue at any point in time and turn on us. And at that point, we're all screwed.
I have questions.
Exactly.
I have questions. I'm not saying they should have, but I wasn't the only one that had this question. So Titans don't have
no, they don't.
Just mention their penises and vaginas.
They don't.
They don't have no booty holes, nothing.
Just say penis, vagina, asshole, anus, Chris.
No,
be a man.
They are as anatomically correct as a Ken doll. Okay.
I mean, that is kind of like, I'm not saying they should, but it is kind of funny. It's like, weird choice.
Chris, if you do that, you're saying that they reproduce.
That would be an interesting twist.
Do you need more of these things running around?
That would be an interesting twist.
What, Chris?
That would be an interesting twist.
What was the reason? I had a reason. What was the reason? What was the reason? I just explained the reason. What was the reason, bitch? I don't.
I'm sorry. I needed Cardi to fully say that. What is the reason, bitch?
I want people to understand.
Why?
I want people to know. But here's the thing. We're gonna be using.
My God, they're gonna fuck. You're like, what you want?
I want people to understand. We're gonna be using that Cardi thing as later seasons go, because there's some questionable things where I'm like,
bullshit.
What was what?
Why would you? No, but why? Why would you do that? Why would you do any of it?
And granted, you can go back to say, oh, this is some white people shit. This is peak white people shit. Because of course they would do that. Because it goes back to what I said earlier. This show goes into genocide and eugenics in ways that's just like,
corrupt government, corrupt military, corrupt police.
Here's the thing. From
that's staple. That's just normal shit at this point.
You gotta think though, Chris.
Throw in some Titans, and it's literally art imitating life.
You gotta think about it, Eris and Chris. You gotta think about it. From Adolf,
mustache man
to freaking the dude that made Captain America. But you gotta think about it. Every leader,
beautiful, Chris. Beautiful.
You gotta think about it. Every leader, every go-getter believed in one thing.
With a villain origin story.
Hey, y'all, we all need to be the perfect race. Fuck perfect individual. No, we need to be a unit.
And in this
think
world,
about, and it's always something super gay. Be like, yeah, think about it. We all got abs. We all glistening. Our hair is all out. We all strong. Our women can have like 8 babies and still look fine. That's what we want. Every leader worth his salt said we need to be fucking more. Oh my God!
So
I
basically,
love how it always melts into eugenics. It always melts into that.
So just to kind of give the overarching story. So you're looking at the Titans. You find out that the Titans, at least a little bit of the origin story, is that they originate from the aliens. The aliens basically, in a weird way, kind of wielded control of the Titans, and then there was an incident that happened that kind of went chaotic. And hence why they inhabit this island, and they were separated from everybody, including, I think it was another race of people called the Marleys or whatever and shit, which again, later seasons kind of dive into that. But per usual, they just kind of isolated themselves on this island. And Dee put up a picture, which pretty much bookended season 1, where you find out the walls have Titans in it. And oh boy, season 3 and 4 gets into that shit. Because
that's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm talking, folks. Stack the Mexicans on top of each other. We can build the walls quicker, stronger. I heard they doing in better countries like Russia. All we have to do is stack the people that are not who are coming in our country. You gotta do the and trying to move into our land.
It's a true story. I've seen it. I've been there. I know.
I don't know what you're doing. You gotta go wide. And you gotta bring it back in for everybody to understand you.
Can I understand? Help me to understand something. All right. And I
I'll try, Chris. I'll try.
I know people. We talk about history, but hey, Target. Look at me.
Target.
Look at me. Why are you taking business ideas from a guy that went bankrupt 6 times? That's all I'm saying. I'm just saying.
I can answer that.
That's why.
I mean, listen, that's just
a risk.
No, listen, gentlemen.
I don't get it.
No, put the picture back up. Wait.
It's like you listen to a broke man tell you how to fucking get your stocks up. Like,
no, listen.
Like
that image right there, gentlemen. That is just the beginning. That is just the beginning. Okay, now you can take it down.
That's the aliens right there.
No. Hang on. Let me finish. That's just the beginning. It's just the beginning. No, it's just the beginning because hear me out. You know the real reason why the CEO of Target stepped down?
Why?
That's just on. Well, you're kind of on the nose there. You're on the right track, Chris. Because guess what? It is on the surface. It's
this color.
No. It's a surface level response to make the people to make the public believe that the company is actually doing something. By having him step down into a position, by the way, where you are at the top of the board of directors, you get to take on a position that oversees everything. I hate you. Thank you, but
I didn't do that. That was Chris.
He gets to like when you are above the board of directors. You are making the CEO take on a more senior position because the public is so outraged, right? In other words, the company only did these little contingency plans just to make the public happy, right? That guy's not going anywhere. He's still working. In fact, if anything, you gave him a free promotion to a more senior position.
But the sick part is,
I don't have a kufi on, but
here's the thing. Here's the funny part. All of us black folks, I like how coordinated we are in the fact that we're like, yeah, we see the jig. We're still not shopping at Target, so I don't know why y'all think that this is gonna fucking work.
And yes, you are correct.
I love it. I love it how all of us like, yeah, that guy is still working at Target. So
absolutely. You
know why? No, you know why?
You really think they got rid of him?
You know what we said? You know what we said?
Look, I can see their parachutes. They're okay.
That's actually kind of deeper than I wanted it to be. Anyway.
Look.
No, gentlemen, the sadder part is he wasn't even in the chopper.
Not even in the chopper.
So
wasn't even there.
Now, let me ask y'all this. When we talk about anime protagonists, right? Eren as a character, I do appreciate how his growth over the series. Now, granted, you get to season 4, it goes straight 180 to me. To me, at least, it went huge 180.
But we're not talking about it.
We're not talking about. But just in the first season, I do appreciate that it's very shonen of his character, where he's like really like, yo, I'm out to avenge my mom, and I'm determined to be the best of the best soldier by any means. And I appreciate that.
That's pretty shonen. That's very shonen of it.
Very shonen.
I like that. Yeah. I like the fact that
like jumpish.
Yeah.
I will give Eren this. He gets punched directly in his nutsack quite a few times.
Oh, yes, he does.
Series.
Oh, yes, he does.
Sir, that is that right there is the Amuro Ray growing pains that characters like Eren have to go through.
This Amuro shot a nigga in the face, though.
This motherfucker.
It took a minute for this guy to kind of get going.
No, I mean, no, that's true, Chris. But hang on. For every person that Amuro shot, he was always on the receiving end of a beautiful slap by Bright Noah.
Yeah, that's what kept him alive.
And also a beautiful slap of mental fucking harm, because this nigga has been getting toxically slapped by Bright Noah, even though Bright was in his right to slap the shit out of his ass. Hold on, killing people. Hold on, your dad's pretty much retarded now and don't remember you.
Nobody. Bright Noah. Get the fuck into Gundam, Namuro.
I wasn't ready for that. I legit wasn't ready for that. Shut the fuck up, nigga. Get your ass in it.
Hey.
And the thing that always bugged me is you are slapping a child that has probably has the strongest case of PTSD.
But understand, if he didn't slap him, we wouldn't have gotten victory in Char's counterattack. Just saying. He slapped him into greatness. He slapped him into greatness here.
No, you slapped a man into creating the greatest Gundam in the UC line,
Too bad.
I don't want to fly, bright nose.
You slapped the man.
Kill that motherfucker now.
You slapped the man into creating the RX-93 new Gundam.
Oh, too bad he didn't keep that same energy to his son. So
very true.
You slapped the new type in 2 motherfucking armor.
But your son.
Yeah, he all right.
But
nah. It's to what you said, Sue. It's very shonen jumpish.
It is. It's
Eren.
jumpish. Eren embodies all main character energy. Being the main character, he has plot armor on his side, and you give him the free upgrade of just biting his thumb and turning into a full-on Titan.
One of the things, and like I said, he does get slapped in the nuts. I like the one joke where he's going to do training and he instantly runs into the wall and he can't balance himself or nothing. And then he finally does it. And then his drill sergeant's like, "Hey, Eren, get down here real quick. Yeah, this shit broke, bro. Yeah." And everybody,
that's why you feel
yo, this nigga did it with broken equipment. We might be dealing with a motherfucking legend. Oh, look what Misaka did.
But that's what I'm saying. It's like
Misaka is him. Misaka's him.
I'm about to say Misaka is him.
She's Himothy all the way. And so Eren has to. So one thing I do get this jump. Eren is not gifted the best person. You know what I mean? He's not gifted.
Oh no, not off rip.
Because they could have easily made him the number one and all this shit.
Not off rip. No, they gave that to. Hold on, was it Levi?
Levi. It's Levi.
Levi.
No, Levi was more.
It's Levi and it's the other guy, the blonde. I forgot it. God, his name escapes me at the moment. Those two are like leagues.
No, that's a different one. Remember?
No, different one.
Yeah, different.
They're both leagues ahead of Eren in terms of skill.
Yeah, Levi.
Because didn't one of them take down a Titan by himself?
That was Levi.
Yeah,
Levi took down the jumping ahead. Oh, he is a nightmare to the Beast Titan. Let me tell you something. Levi is a nightmare to Levi is what happens when you have a guy that's just gifted for no fucking reason. And it's don't get on his bad side. He'll kill you.
You're talking about
to keep it jumpish. Ryosuke Takahashi dealing with a Titan.
You're talking about this other nigga, my boy Erwin.
Yes,
Erwin's a beast because now everybody gets their moment where you got to see how the war affects them in some type of way. Yeah. What Erwin has to endure is what every military commander has to endure: being seen as pretty much a butcher. And a lot of great commanders have been seen that way. When you look at the Civil War, everybody say that Ulysses S. Grant is one because a lot of people died on his command. But it was even worse when you look at what happened with Robert Lee, how many died in the command and how it really fucking affected them and how much it really broke their heart that they knew they were sending men right into death. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And there were 2 times. Remember when they had Annie, they pinned Annie down. She was stuck and all the Titans, they was like, we got to kill all the Titans trying to free her. And he is seeing all this destruction in front of him. You seeing all the scouts trying their best to kill him. Some of the scouts dying in the process. All this carnage, and you see his eyes just get wide. And finally, he's like, "Retreat, retreat!" And he just has this look on his face like, "We just wasted all of our fucking time.
But that's been
we just wasted so much time. And when they came back into the walls, and you heard the people talking under their breath, like, just less this time. They were hot shots this morning. I wonder what happened.
But I mean, here's the funny part: the citizens inside the walls. The citizens inside the walls.
First off, they ain't got no TVs to see what's going on out there. I understand that.
That's
shit.
the thing.
But for real, y'all seen the Titan before. Fuck all of y'all.
That's the thing. Yo, the citizens within the walls be talking cash shit about the soldiers. I'm like, a nigga lost his leg and arm, and y'all talking shit like pussies. And I'm like, really?
I'm like, for real? Hang on a second. Give him a brown jacket. Give him a sword.
Do work.
And give him the water.
Do that to somebody.
Hold on, give him the piano wire to just whip around.
No. See, I'm an asshole. No, I'm an asshole. I'm a general. Climb your ass to that wall. You don't even get a fucking weapon set. You get this fucking damn rifle. Do work.
I'm gonna give you a pistol and tell you Godspeed and see what you do with that.
Your man in the cannons. Have fun.
No, you get one case. Anti-Titan bullets.
Bear in mind, I want people to
piercing
Titan bullets.
Oh, yo, that funny enough, that actually ends up becoming a thing later.
Yeah, it does actually. It actually does.
Because again, it's this weird steampunk technical. It's like they're not technologically advanced, but like the weaponry is very.
It's steampunk, like you said.
It's not. It's basically kind of like World War I, II-ish weapons, where it's like, all right, they got regular bullets, but it's not like advanced in a weird way.
And
they're not running around with the M1A ones, or
not doing John Wick like.
Here's the thing, though, Irwin fails a lot in this, and what you find out is a combination of I'm just trying to do my job and. Like you can tell that somebody within sabotaged everything. You know what I mean? And all that death has to hang on his hands. That's so fucking.
I mean, that's art imitating life
up to me.
I mean, that's art. I mean, that's art imitating life, because I always tell folks, like, when you think back to like art, like 9/11, right? Mm-hmm. And we went to war in Iraq. Imagine you're a general, and you're told to go into a war on the idea that there's weapons of mass destruction, and your military is getting fucked up by fucking, was it ISIS? Yeah, ISIS.
Al Qaeda, sorry.
Yeah, Al Qaeda. Yeah, Al Qaeda. Yeah, I want to say ISIS. Al Qaeda, right?
ISIS had something to do with it, but it's
but they're getting fucked up by Al Qaeda, so now you have to explain why.
Yeah, but they didn't show. But remember, D, they didn't show up until after the beard was hit.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah,
but like you have to explain to people like how Al Qaeda fucked up your troops and shit, and that's kind of the situation here. It's like, we gave you all the weapons to fight the Titans, and your team got fucking killed. Explain yourself.
Exactly. You gave me broken weapons and equipment from 1985 that hasn't worked properly.
And
somehow you expanded the military budget. Where did it go?
And that's the funny thing. When I just brought up Ulysses S. Grant, something happened during the Civil War. I forgot when it was, either when he was still in the West or something. I don't know. It was early, and he fucked up. Mm-hmm. Like they won the battle, but when Lincoln saw there was like something like almost like 30,000 men died, it was catastrophic. It was like he didn't send this letter to Grant, but he was like, "The fuck are you doing? Mm-hmm. I gave you all the manpower in the world, and you still insurgents." Yes, yep. They were insurgents, innocent people. They were insurgents that we were over there. But yeah, he was like, "I gave you all this military power, all of this, and you still lose a boatload of men. Why? Like, what are you doing? What type of commander are you? If you were still getting my people slaughtered that way." Mm-hmm. Lincoln, to his credit, never sent them that letter, but a lot of Confederates say, "Oh yeah, he did it. He bashed him." No, Lincoln was like, "What good does it do bashing my people like that?" So he had like a bunch of letters where he cussed out his men. "The fuck is you doing? You know how many?
But that speaks
how
to
much money these niggas cost." All right, put in the pile over there. Hey, Frederick Douglass, my nigga, what's up, bro? Hey, when the bitches coming over, man? No, the white one. I know you like white ones, bro. I'm sorry,
but that speaks to the leadership, like I said, within this world, because it's like again, you kind of underestimate how large these wall cities are. They have so many bodies that they could throw at the Titans. It's ridiculous.
Just here's my thing. Actually, that's
crazy. It's crazy too.
I laugh. I like the one thing that gets me with history when I learn about, especially people that live during wars and all that. I think, how are there people still saying, "I want to join"? Are you forcing them? And also, where are all these bodies coming? Like, it's not that. Actually, I know about Warhammer, and it makes me. And they have literal planets that people are bred just to go into the military, to be in these huge fucking battles. It's shit like that. You have to have a boatload of resources for it, and that's what really gets me about this world. It's like, I don't see y'all making a lot of bread out here. Like, what are you like?
Oh, that's the thing.
Where are y'all getting the resources for all this shit?
They have farming and all this
gasoline. There's gasoline for these fucking zip lines. Where are y'all getting that shit
gas
from?
canisters and everything, and I'm like there must be a fucking industry of factories. Which again, that's something about this world.
Their own methane.
But to be fair though, again, as the season continues, you start realizing that, because one of the biggest things is that Armin and the rest of them have always like, yo, I want to see what's outside these walls. And obviously outside the walls there's Titans and stuff, and it's very dangerous and stuff. But as the season continues, you start realizing outside the walls there was actually a thriving community outside the walls, which actually brings up even bigger questions to a lot of the characters, like what the fuck was going on out here outside the walls.
So much like that, so much like that other M. Night movie. There are things that are happening that shows you that time has progressed.
Yeah, but the thing of it is
that allowed them to thrive.
But even within the walls, you're kind of like, so where's the factories that make these weapons? We don't see it. We just presume like they must be cranking these out somehow. All right.
Also,
cool.
my big thing, what's the water source coming in here, man? Where's y'all water source? Is just all wells? That can't be. There got to be at least a river coming through here for any of this shit to function. like that's what's really getting me. Like, there's so much mystery about it. And yeah, of course they're on that fucking island, in the middle of nowhere. We're far enough in it. We could talk about this group of people. Levi's squad, and Levi had a squad of dudes who were fucking killers. Homegirl over there had a bunch of assists. My nigga on the end that kept on biting his tongue, he had just as many kills as Levi. The nigga behind him with Vic Mignogna's voice, he molested a lot of girls. So we have a lot of going on with this squad.
Art imitating life, or life imitating art.
I mean,
you decide.
I have to look real quick before I go into it. Yes, I will never forget me and Eris talking to Sean Schimmel, and I mentioned Vic, and the look on Sean's face was, oh, him. I'm like, nigga, he brawly. Yeah, he's brawly, but yeah, him.
He's like, yeah.
I mean,
it was, and I would never forget.
Matter of fact, yeah, him that I've heard. Sean.
Me and Eris immediately spun the car this way and went around under there. All right, we were done.
E-brake ripped.
E-brake drift that corner. All right, so Sean, about the movie. But it goes back to the interview 2 years prior to that one. One of the best interviews I ever had. Vic is fucking charming. He's fucking funny. He's a nice dude. And I will never forget that. We walk out the joint. We walk out the room. You know how the room looks, Harris. We walk out the room. Straighten ourselves out. There weren't too many cosplayers out at that time, but still, we was out there. Me and Chris looked at each other. He did that shit. Ooh, Vic, you are a pet. Ooh.
2 days later.
And then the wall fell. And Steve Blum, I mother effing told y'all.
I want people to understand. Here's what's wild.
2 days later. story.
I want people to understand something. So me and D,
Like a titan,
me and D,
colossal titan.
there was a domino effect that happened. So we had just did an interview with Vic Mignogna that year at Otakon. Then later that year, DBZ Broly movie came out. We watched it. And then the Vic shit came out. And I think all three of us was like, so what do we do with that interview? And D looked at me like, I mean, maybe we put it out, maybe we don't. I don't know. Do we keep it up? I don't know.
The Wade said you let that bitch float. Let that be out in the zeitgeist. We did it.
Oh, it was out in the zeitgeist. Now, here's
the
sick part was
him touching him saying, "Do you want the Lord of Jesus Christ in you?" Didn't have.
I want people to understand the sick part was that the following year, I think when Mia airs in San Diego, didn't they announce that Johnny Young Bosch was voicing Broly?
No, Vic. No, hold on. Vic did do Broly in the Super Broly movie. Yeah. It was the Dragon Ball Fighters game.
Fighter Z, yeah, Fighter Z when they announced, yeah, because
Dragon Ball Fighters game swapped out what was originally going to be Vic playing Super Broly, and they brought in Johnny Young to do
the voice for Broly in Fighter Z. I was laughing. Me and Eris were fucking laughing.
It's amazing. I will say this: as much as you know what you did, Vic, I will say this: your fucking belly crawl back into voice acting has been legendary today. Because I don't know how you did it. I don't know how you're still getting a paycheck, my nigga. I know no real charges.
No.
But I'm just saying.
No. When a divine intervention called the shutting down of Funimation because Crunchyroll, when that happened, it's like loophole.
I feel like this. I feel that somewhere, Chris, Stephanie Shea is looking at the cast list that she's going to use. Give me my phone. What are you doing, Steph? Give me my phone. I'm gonna go. You know when you see somebody get up and go to a different room? Hey, Vic. Yeah, I know. You want to work for Scale? Show up tomorrow morning. Boop. Fuck! I guarantee
let's be real. Look, let's be real.
And here's the thing that's really like the really sucky part is even if he went in with an alias, if you try to use a stage name, sir, you cannot use your distinctive voice. I hope during that downtime that you had of laying low, trying to beat these charges or whatever it may be, that you have developed a new type of voice.
I'm gonna be real with you.
I'm talking like you have to be completely unrecognizable, which is impossible when you have a distinctive voice.
So he can, because he's been getting the gruffier voices lately.
Mm-hmm.
You can do that all you want. I know Tamaki off of Orange High School any day of the week.
I know Edward Elric when I hear him.
I know that little nigga from, oh my God, D, you're not going to say it. Yes, I am. I know that little nigga from X when I hear his voice.
Look, all I'm saying is this.
I know that motherfucker from Excel Soccer when I fucking hear it.
I'll say this. I think
I know. Hold on. I know an old school ADV voice actor that survived 3 purges. When I hear it,
so here's the thing.
Vic is an ADV voice. That's how far Vic is, man.
So here's the thing. One of the things about the Titans over the course of the series is that, to T's point, this army goes through it in terms of having a lot of losses and they have a lot of victories. Some of the victories involve them actually capturing Titans to study them, like this scenario. And
it goes into Monster Hunter territory at this point.
I like how that day snapped her. She was like, "Whoa, all right, easy, nigga, easy. You're getting closer every day."
I mean, but that's the thing. It's crazy to me. Like, it would make sense they would capture some Titans to study them because, hey, you got to study your enemy, and hence why they were able to develop the weapons that they do. Because it's like, hey, at some point, we may end up having to face off like fierce Titans, which as the season progresses and they end up fighting some smarter Titans, they have to kind of like wise the fuck up on their weapons because cannons and that fucking devices they use ain't enough.
One of my favorite strategies, by the way. Hold on. One of my favorite strategies, by the way, was Armin. During season 1, Armin came up with the strategy of, hey, this Titan is looking for somebody. Put your hoods on. Everybody put their hood on. It was like, yeah, as long as that Titan can't see us.
I gotta be real. Armin is probably the best character in this whole show to me. Just because
he's a fan favorite.
Just because he ain't scared of shit. I didn't know I had it like this. Anyway, I didn't think it was going to look like that.
No, Armin is definitely a fan favorite. It's like, imagine, I would say this. The only thing that I would say, given that he's blonde, right? Given Armin being blonde, I would need something catastrophic would have to happen, and Armin just levels like a colossal Titan by himself, but takes out a walled city at the same time.
Like, they didn't, like, you would think they would give him his Catra. I done had enough.
You would think that he would have.
Initially, it comes off that way, but
I was like, son, he was this close to having a Catra freak out.
But that's the reason I like him, because he has legit moments where, hey, Armin, so how much shit is in your pants right now? Like honestly, and look, and you saying none is a lie, and I don't want you to lie to me. So how much is in there? Like, he is legit scared, but he'd be like, I don't know where that Titan came from, but wait a minute, where's he going? Wait a minute, his movements, they're not looking for, hey guys, he's going down. Like, this nigga's smart.
Well, even down to like,
gets it. He's actually a scout to me. He's a legit scout.
Even down to the fact that
Armin, you good. You was thinking on your feet.
But he's the one that, but he's also the one that picks up on the fact that, hold up, this female Titan didn't kill me. I think this is somebody within the core. I don't know who, but it's somebody.
And I think the thing,
hey, listen, everybody protect yourselves, put your hood on.
And that's the thing I caught when he was chasing her, and he was like, wait a minute, Titans eat.
Yeah.
She's not eating, she's just killing. What's going on? And that's why I was like, okay, Attack on Titan, y'all got some gas. Where we going, nigga? I will give this show that. Every time I think, I'm like, oh, the melodrama. Oh, the dumbness. And all of a sudden, punch. And I'm like, that's what I'm talking about.
But here's the other thing,
you was one of the anime of the decade. Let's go, baby.
The extra part of the show, too, that is interesting is that, and I give the show credit because it also does it to the audience, the characters formulate plans off screen.
Yeah.
Because there's 2 moments where Levi has his cabal of people that he talks to build out a plan in order to flesh out the female Titan twice in instances, right? One time in the woods where they're chasing after her and they have her tied up with those strings before she ends up wrecking house. The second is when they end up planning out, like, all right, we got to flesh out whoever's this female Titan. And that's when they figure out, I think, was it Armin that found out it was Annie and he ended up telling? Or
yeah, it was Armin.
Yeah. So Armin found out it was Annie, and basically Armin, Levi, Aaron, and Mikasa were the only 4 that knew, like, all right, we got to find a way to flush her out and don't tell nobody else, because it gave off the illusion that Annie, like, her cover was still good until there, which also ran up against the rest of the army, because the rest of the army looking at Levi like, what the fuck, dude, you didn't tell us? And he's like, no, I didn't tell you because if we told
Levi's like, how was I supposed to know?
Like, that's the thing. For Levi being the person that he is, they left him out of a lot of shit.
Yeah, which, I mean, that's the last person you want, because he will kill first, ask questions later. So you're kind of lucky.
Trust and believe. Had I known off rip, bullet to the head 2 times.
Dude, the way he was during that trial where they had Aaron on trial and he fucking kicked the shit out of Aaron and it was like, see, he didn't transform.
He started dirty. Bop, wop, wop, What? A
Elbow.
tooth went flying.
Chris Brown.
A tooth went flying. A tooth went flying.
See, he didn't transform.
No.
Ta-da!
Hey, hold on. For all my old takus out there, say he hit him with the Gemma combo from Ninja Scroll. The wall, that corner wall combo.
Yo, Aaron was fucking just in the fucking just fetal position. Like, is it over?
My man was bleeding inside and outside of his chest.
I'm about to say, I'm bleeding out of my chest.
I like how the judge is like, well, he didn't transform. Not guilty.
Well, you're right about this. We beat a young man to death. We beat a young man halfway to death. And he didn't turn into no monster. Case closed. Think justice was served here. Lunch?
That's grounds for an acquittal.
That sounds like a turkey sandwich to me at lunch. What about you guys? What do you think?
Can I get mine on rye?
Turkey club.
Look, Chris. Look, yeah. You see this one friend? You motherfucker. How you doing, man? How you doing? How's your mom? Yeah, I heard about her, man. Yeah. God bless. I sent something over there. All right. Is it?
Actually, you know what I said earlier about how the corrupt cops and all that stuff? I found it funny at one point. All the people are running away from the Titans when they were trying to breach the second wall, and how one of the guys, amidst all that shit, was trying to take advantage of people and try to pillage the food and shit. And because I had to fucking set that motherfucker straight, like, dude, what the fuck are you doing? It almost killed him.
I like how the military gets shitted on so hard, and I like how the military don't give a fuck about the people. It's just so the analogy.
If I gotta listen to an old lady call me a pussy and shit, it's like, fuck you, lady. Like,
the one thing I've learned.
Like, all right, what part of the city is this?
Okay, you know what? Bet.
Hey, Chris, I don't listen to a lot of
let that Titan show up.
Everybody,
we going that way.
You know what, Chris? I don't listen to a lot of podcasts. You know that irony, I know, but I don't listen to a lot of them. But the one that I listen to is Star Talk, and Neil deGrasse Tyson had a good thing to say. We humans are terrible to each other.
Yes, we are.
We are we're bad to the planet because there's anything been proven in these last, let's just say 5,000 years. Humans treat each other like shit, and we treat the planet like shit. We have the power to change that. But it starts at the individual, and you can't, and it's hard to get everybody to stomp on that one movement. And even and I think when there's stresses in life, i.e., war, it deteriorates that like 10 times more. So yeah, of course, everybody that they kind of run into. That's not in the inside the part of that wall. When they was coming in, it's like, why are we taking all these refugees? They need to stay where they're at. They need to deal with the Titans. Like they have this fear. Like the pastor is like, no, once we let them in, the Titans will interfere and break our beautiful walls. I'm like, these niggas made a religion of being safe. That is some pure Caucasian bullshit to me.
I mean, I gotta be honest with you. If I saw this shit in the wall, I kind of would be like, what the fuck is going on here?
I kind of be like,
because I remember when at the end of the season, when that wall chipped away and you saw this shit, I'm like, get the fuck out of here.
That's why I was like, so let me get this right.
Again, where can you go?
Put the Mexicans in the wall. We make sure that they build it too with American plaster.
Can I be real? Okay, let me ask y'all this. So Aaron, obviously, over the course of the series, before he transforms into Titan, he has these dreams of his dad injecting him, right? I remember when I first saw this, I was like, okay, this is an interesting thing. So his dad, like I formulated his dad probably made the Titans because I was like, okay, maybe his dad made the Titans in some weird accident, and that's why all this is happening.
It's some straight up slap getting to Ava.
I thought it was because again, as we get into the seasons, the mystery starts opening up on where the origins of the Titans. But initially, this first season, at least for me, I made the assumption like, all right, maybe there was some weird experiment that fucked up and created the Titans, and now they have to clean up the mess of this shit. And that's why I assumed.
And D hates to be D being the person that he was because I fucking love this anime to death. I saw it. And I said, oh, y'all taking the kill route. So the dad was like a scientist or some shit, and we don't know what the origin of it is. All right, cool. Yes, I lowered this down to the standards of Kill la Kill. Fuck you. Kill la Kill is sex. I love that show. Anyway.
Hey, let me ask you this though. I think I said as much that Aaron has shown it as aspects. Is this show shonen anime?
No, it's not. But
are you sure about that?
Damn it, it is. No, don't say it ain't what it is.
First of all, I would say it's mid upper level of shonen Jump, because you got to remember when this came out, it gained its popularity quickly.
Oh yeah,
and anything I always said that any anime that got like stupid popular like really quick, especially something that was shown weekly, it's shown in anime.
Yeah,
like this Jujutsu Kaisen, My Hero Academia, it's all shonen.
Yeah, because that makes sense.
Bisato Shonen Magazine. It came out of a Shonen magazine.
Told you.
I know you can do that.
Yeah, I mean,
2009 to 2021. That's actually a pretty damn good run. That's actually a good run for a manga.
That's a solid run.
Yeah, I mean, but like, it's kind of weird because a lot of people was saying like this is like a Shonen Jump-esque thing, and I was like, I can see it.
I feel that people that say that, this is not gatekeeping, but you only been watching anime for about 10 years if you said some stupid shit like that. I'm sorry. I hate
you said it at the outset. You said it at the outset that everybody saw this anime like, oh my god, it's so deep in that. And it's like,
everybody
anime, do you?
Granted, D, you're saying this to someone who's like what, 26 years old.
Great, exactly. And that's why I stopped getting mad at all these dumb niggas that just say stupid shit. I kinda got over it now.
I would just take one look at them and be like, okay, how old are they again? The moment I hear 20 something, if I hear that the year that you're born in starts with the number 2,
here's something that I have learned.
Oh yeah, they were born in 2000. Stop.
I told y'all this not
we're
too
done
long.
here.
I told y'all this not too long ago, but this is something I've learned recently. There are a batch of kids that are born in the 2000s that don't know what the fuck Sailor Moon is. Yeah. They heard of it. Yeah. They don't know what it is.
Well,
let me tell you something. As a dude,
they know via TikTok clips.
Exactly. So, but you got to understand, this is where the generational gap happens. Because they have no idea what that is, that automatically tells me you don't know none of the background of how I used to watch anime. You don't know about any of you, and it hits me, man. Like I said, it's for me. It hits me where I go, D, you, Chris, and Eris are the second generation of anime fans. Oh shit! And then it hits me. Oh God, we're the old batch. We really are the old batch.
Think about
like this, it really hits me. We were the kids in the early 90s that started watching anime. So it was like we were technically the immigrant kids. You know, the immigrants that came over. We were the kids that they had. So that's why I'm like, oh my God.
It's like they watch this. Like if you look at this show, right? It's like, oh my God, anime with high drama. And I think both of y'all said like, oh, so you just only watch DBZ. But like for me, it's like anime has always had high drama. Like it's like when people look at Gundam and be like, oh, when did Gundam become political? And I'm like, you don't even watch it. Like let's take Gundam off the table.
Let's throw
Gundam off. Have you watched Pat Labor? Specifically,
no, that's too heavy. That's too heavy, Chris.
No, specifically Pat Labor 2. Pat Labor 1 was very wacky. Hey, we're in robots, but Pat Labor 2 was very political.
But Chris, here's the thing.
Have you watched Icer 1?
That's another thing, guys. Stop that. You're only saying shit that we would know about. Now, I'm not like. Here's the thing. I'm not saying if you were born,
what we had access to in the beginning when we were starting out.
A good example, because he just said something. Super Smash. You said 97. Here's the thing. I'm not saying guys your age. I'm going to say kids your age. My bad. I'm not going to say guys your age don't know nothing about old anime. That is a fallacy. That's not true, because you're looking at all of us. We watched and enjoyed the fucking hell out of an anime that was made before we were born, and that was Mobile Suit Gundam. Eris is a big fan. Me and him are big fans of Lupin, the old Lupin series. Chris, I forgot what the other old series. Chris watches old Gatchaman shit. Like, so you can.
He did pick up season 1.
That, like I'm saying, we watch old shit, so it's possible. It's just that it shrinks. You know, of course, it shrinks the farther you are from certain generations. It just happens.
I would say for you being born in 97, he was the third batch. You're definitely the third batch, but at the same time, you being able, I would say by the time you were like fully aware of what was going on in anime, you were right there at the beginning when the door opened.
Oh yeah, when the internet curtain when
internet became mainstream, when anime started blowing up, and it was like everywhere at your local video stores and all that stuff. Mm-hmm. You can go to the mall and you had access to anime. Wall scrolls were pretty much currency at some point.
Yeah. You were right on the brink of the good shit.
You were right there at the beginning. You weren't like us where none of this stuff existed. You know, you were still in that point where by the time you got to high school, it was like at the tail end when I would say the tail end when people in high school got laughed at for liking anime.
Well, I mean, we were, if you think about it, we were in that. It was kind of weird. It's not even just anime, just mainstream on a lot of nerd stuff. Because you think about Toonami in '97 was where anime started. It was on a network.
The infancy of Toonami.
Yeah, infancy of Toonami that had
Moltar.
Moltar. You had Moltar, and the shows you were getting was just Sailor Moon and Dragon Ball Z spliced in with Birdman and Space Ghost and
Moltar. Not Moltar. I mean the Barbarian one.
Conan. Yeah, the Barbarian. Yeah, it was those mixed in, and then you add in the fact that the following year, Blade came out. So on the comic book front, it's like, oh shit, we got comic book movies. They're super serious now. All that stuff, we were kind of like, all right, I guess this nerd shit is a little cool now. Cool.
Basically, But that was it. Like, I think real talk, and I think how when pop culture really started becoming a thing, VH1 had a big hand in that when they did I Love the 80s. That brought a lot of
I love the 70s, 80s,
I love
and
the
90s.
80s, 90s. That brought a lot of nostalgia back, and a lot of people wanted to relive it and actually redo it. That's why in the 2010s, when you look at the cartoon front in America, my hat goes off. Adventure Time, Regular Show, Steven Universe, all those shows, you can say they tapped into something of our childhood in the 80s and 90s and said, I'm gonna give it to the kids now, and they fucking nailed it. And it's cool to see that shit. And it's just as time goes on, of course, this shit was gonna get bigger and bigger. But what you don't know, and I'm gonna keep it very real, what you would never hear, what you have never heard was this. Back in 2001, when Dragon Ball was really gaining real big fucking traction, when Dragon Ball was bringing, like, how are there 30 million kids watching this show in America? 30 million on cable is fucking insane. And you know what the grown-up said? It's a fad. They treated it like anime was going to be gone by 2004.
Now, hang on a second. It's so funny that you say that the adult said that it was a fad, right? Mm-hmm. They did not understand that us old takus, had been watching Dragon Ball Z on TV since 1996.
That was regular. That was regular network TV.
96 for the DC and Baltimore. That where we got it back to back on Saturday and Sunday, and for those of us that were in the know, we had a little channel called the International Channel that came on Sunday nights at 9:00 watching raw Japanese. But here's
the thing. Shout out to all the kids that were from California and the Arizona area. I heard y'all got the broadcast of Dragon Ball from Mexico, and y'all watched the fucking hell out of that.
But hold on though. Let's take cable off the table. The fact that anime, even as limited as it was accessible on just regular stations like your Fox, your WBs, and UPNs
when they played
around the United States,
just one anime.
That alone is a lot of people, because again, everybody had regular TV. I had a TV in my room. I'm not saying every kid had a TV in the room, but everybody had a TV. So you turn on channel 20. Oh shit, Ronin Warriors is on. Oh shit, Sailor Moon is on there. Oh.
Ronin Warriors, Sailor Moon,
Eagle Riders, aka Gatchaman 2.
Wait. So Ronin Warriors, Sailor Moon, Eagle Riders,
Samurai
Pizza Cats.
Hold on, Samurai Pizza Cats, Dragon Ball. OG Dragon Ball.
And OG Dragon Ball. Techno Man aka Tekkaman Blade.
Technoman.
Which
And here's the
ironic enough, low key, I may do a Tekkaman Blade podcast. We didn't know what we were getting out of that because as much as Technoman was edited version of Tekkaman Blade, it was actually pretty close. Even with the violence that Tekkaman Blade was, they did a pretty good job with the editing on that show to where it's like, oh shit, like, all right.
It's so fucking crazy. And here's another thing. I want to add with that. With all those things, there was only like, let's say they came on. They came on either very, very early in the morning or in some weird cases, it's like 5 a.m. I remember Samurai Pizza Cats came on at 5:30, and I watched that bitch every day. Samurai Pizza Cats. I watched that every fucking day, 5:30 in the morning, waiting on the bus, nigga.
Yep.
That's what it did. And now I will say this. This is the best way of saying
blew up.
The girl who one of the girls whose parents invested into Dragon Ball when Fukunaga he went to farms to get them to invest in Dragon Ball. He had to convince farmers to invest in Dragon Ball so he could put it out there. And these farmers did the best thing in the world. They said, hey, Mr. Fukunaga, we believe in your product. We're going to invest in it. And when he was selling it to everybody, you know what the network people said? Well, American kids don't like episodic stuff like this.
Yeah.
Like what? They want Scooby-Doo. They said that kids in 1995, we were kids in 95. We didn't want Dragon Ball Z.
We wanted Scooby-Doo.
We wanted Scooby-Doo. Do you know what happened to D when I saw Vegeta said, dodge this next attack if you can, but even if I miss you, this whole planet's gone. When he did that, I was like, what the fuck am I watching? But and Vegeta darting in the air, I'm like, yo, Gallic.
But here's the thing.
Fucking balls exploded when Goku said, come here, man.
Now, here's the thing. Now, imagine if you will, and I say this all the time, but you think about it, like, imagine if you will, you're a 10-year-old kid and you watch Attack on Titan this first season and you're blown the fuck away at not only the first episode, but just every sequence.
Yep.
Because even with them flying around on those fucking devices, killing Titans, it's fucking dope as shit to see. Like the animation and all that shit is like solid.
You know, I've always wanted to question that, like the device that they wear. I'm like, how do y'all not get any kind of whiplash?
The laws of gravity really doesn't apply in anime.
Misika's the worst one because she be all looking elegant as the don't yanks her like that.
I mean, you're getting yanked. It's like Spider-Man is whipping you around.
You bring that up. I'm going to jump ahead to season 2. There's a moment where Levi is facing off against another group of people that have the same devices, and they're flying through town, chasing after Levi. And it's a dope sequence, but you're like, somebody should have died from a broken neck.
Yeah, I was saying one of those poles going to a house killed a little child.
Yeah, they went through a bar at one point. Like Levi is getting chased by a dude, and they're flying underneath the table through a bar. And I'm like, so nobody got fucking decapitated from a table by clipping it or something. Like,
okay, I'm sorry, we got sidetracked. I have to get this
steel wire. I'm just saying.
Yeah, it really is piano wire. Just
you know what? I know that we diverted, but that was a very interesting diversion because we had to really tell y'all that the evolution of anime to where it was, and especially the popularity. I keep on saying this. Dragon Ball was there. Thank God. Pokemon was the Brock Lesnar Titan shoulder bust that, because when the Pokemon movie dropped, do you know how gigantic that was for anime? That literally kicked in the door, and Dragon Ball, which was already dominant, said, now I get to stretch my legs. And guess what? And guess what part of the Dragon Ball was at the Perfect Cell Saga. And that's how Dragon Ball became legendary in America.
It said Pokemon, but then Yu-Gi-Oh said, hold my beer. We got
Yu-Gi-Oh said, hold my beer. And then all of a sudden, you see this nigga with an afro with a cigarette. Y'all get the fuck out the way. It's time for Cowboy Bebop to come in this bitch.
No, but that's why I go back to Attack on Titan.
Showed up. Hold up. And then we're like, you know what? This is great, but we need something for the ladies. All of a sudden, sit boy. Oh my God. Do you know what Inuyasha did? Inuyasha was another banger, yeah. Now that was more, I would say that was more of the third generation of American, what we saw in
I will say no, but that's what I'm saying.
When Full Metal Alchemist, but still.
But when Attack on Titan came out, one of the things that was fascinating to me, because again, we're all going to anime conventions, seeing little kids dress up as these characters, it's like, oh shit, I forgot kids watch anime, so of course they watch Attack on Titan. Even with the violence, they watched it and they're dressing up as
I famously tell y'all this all the time. Both my sons at age 4 and 6 watch Justice League Flashpoint all the damn time, and that was full of violence and sexual tension.
I want to point out something else. For me, another pinnacle anime moment was when I saw a literal child do this. Put somebody to sleep, break out the bow tie, and solve the whole murder mystery for over 1,000 episodes. Shout outs to Detective Conan. I really wish that the show, I really wish Detective Conan had got its respect that it deserves.
I gotta be.
I'm glad that I can say that I was a part of the batch of people, a bunch of American fans that really kept the Lupin name going here in America. And Lupin, you can say it could have got better, time slots and all that, and I agree. But the fact that people literally stayed up, DVR'd the shit out of Lupin. Lupin is a success in America, and I'm glad I'm a part of that shit. And what makes it so good for me was and go back to what our podcast for Castle of Cagliostro. I explained when I saw that shit on pay-per-view, I was like, this is one of the most beautiful movies I've ever seen in my life.
Actually,
and I didn't know it was a Miyazaki movie.
But you're bringing that up.
I
like how everybody has copied somebody else's video of this when they wake up at 3 a.m. Everybody, but it's like same time. It's pretty accurate because I have woken up on the couch 2 a.m. to that fucking song, and I'm like, it's a catchy ass song.
It's a great song.
But I was the second one. Let
me back you guys up this. Now, obviously, when we grew up watching anime, we saw violent stuff, Akira and all that, and Ninja Scroll and all that stuff, right? I feel we've reached a point now of anime where the violence is so desensitized, and it's like when I think back to little kids, 10-year-old, 11-year-old kids, even 8-year-old kids that watch Attack on Titan and talk about it. Because hearing little kids talk about Attack on Titan in detail, it blows your mind because it's like, holy shit, I kind of was talking like this.
Chris, that's because funny though. Hold on, real quick. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, just because now you kind of have to search high and low to get like that hyper violent level of anime that used to come by the truckload back in the 80s and 90s. Yeah. Nowadays, they do make it safe where you have to read the manga. Like, I believe that Attack on Titan manga wise is way more violent than it is on the show.
Oh, yes, it is.
And that's the thing. I was just about to get to that point.
And just like how Dragon Ball was. Like Dragon Ball manga wise, way more violent than the show.
To this day, it's actually like that. They even with a different artist, it's still way more.
Tien losing his arm to Nappa is gruesome in the fucking manga compared to the show.
Like the way, like I am excited for Dragon Ball Super to start back up, so I can see how Maro dies in the anime because it ain't going to be as vicious as it was in the motherfucking.
But I'll say this though.
So, but hold on, real quick. But I will say this, and it could be because the way shit was animated or the way the story was set up, whatever you can be. I will say this. There is still some really visceral shit that's being made now in anime that, little kids shouldn't be seeing this shit. And then I am glad that I can show my kids Akira and they wince a little bit.
Yeah,
because
that's a
and you know what part?
like...
That's what I'm saying. You know what the part they winced at when homie got shot up? They was like, yo, and just the blood oozing out. You know, he tried to get a run, and that run, and they shot him up more. My kids was like, yo.
But you are right, because when you look at the violence in Attack on Titan, right? It's things like, somebody lost the arm, somebody lost the arm, lost the leg. It's like, but it's like little, like they're like, for instance, I think Sue brought up the whole thing when Aaron was saving Armin and his arm gets bitten off. And
it gets bitten right
you
off.
see the blood and you just see the arm just getting flown away, but it's not as like visceral because it's just like, all right, his arm got bit off, whatever.
Now, that being said, when Annie was tearing everybody up and she was swinging around that one dude, and it hit me. Are you spinning him around? And I thought, how would it feel if you were a human being getting spun like that? My back would snap, and and they showed the slow motion. The dude is literally a U shape. Yep. I'm like, yo.
Well, I mean, even to
that's scary. Here's the funny thing. There is levels to visceral shit in anime. I guess that's what it is. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, there's one character in the show. I ain't gonna say who it is. But at one point, he's charging towards, I think, the Beast Titan, and he gets a rock to the fucking gut. And he's still alive, but it's that, oh, dude, somebody needs to put you out your fucking misery because, oh my God, you're dead. But he's still alive, and you're like, oh God, oh no, oh geez, like this is terrible.
And no, and that's where I was about to go to.
Is anybody
this squad,
man?
This squad getting washed the way they did. Okay, so they pinned Annie down. They're doing good. They ripping her shit up. Vic Mignogna, the dude that's right behind Aaron right there, goes, I got her. Yeah. Annie wakes up, bites this nigga in midair, spits him out. When she spit him out, I was like, that's cold. That is so disrespect. Cold. Bitch, you couldn't even swallow him. Like you just spit him out. And then my girl, thank you, Chris. Then my girl, who was a badass the whole time, Erish, your girl. Don't do it, Aaron. Don't turn into it. Trust us, Aaron. He the main reason why he didn't turn into a Titan. She freaks out. I don't know what to do. He's like, Annie, stay focused. Like, she's like, stay focused. I don't know what to do. She turns around. Annie runs up behind her and curve stomps this bitch into a tree. You know, when Levi went to her body, this is what he saw.
Levi the whole time.
Hold on, Chris. Go ahead, Levi. Hold on. And then my man, the nigga who used to bite his tongue all the time, the nigga on the end over there, that's the James Wood smug looking ass nigga. This motherfucker, me and Donovan Eris, we ain't shit. Because we saw the scene again. Here's Donovan. Donovan, hey dad. You know, like, I don't know what stage it is. I think it's like the 4th stage on Sonic 2, where you're in the casino. Go home, Donovan. And then we were winding the back. Here's Donovan. Hey,
did you play the song?
When Donovan said that, dad, he like, I don't know what stage it is. This is how I know I raised my son up on old video games a little bit. I don't know what Sonic stage it is, Pop, but you know when you play in the casino zone.
But that's what I'm saying. It's like the violence is visceral, but because it kind of goes Sonic so 2, quick.
Sonic 2 Stage 2. Casino Night.
That's Stage 2? Casino Night was the second
one?
Not
Sonic. No, Sonic 2 is Chemical Plant.
That was
I'm sorry. It's 3. It's Stage 3.
No. 4. Because you remember it was 3 was Chemical Plant, 3 was the fuck. Marble Zone. No, not Marble Zone.
Marble Zone was Sonic 1.
No. It was ancient Italian area. I don't fucking know.
That's Sonic 1. You're thinking of
No. 3 was the ruins, and then 4 was Casino.
We have technology. Hang on.
I think it was 4 was Casino Night. I think the fourth one was Casino
Yeah,
Zone.
fourth stage was.
I'm mad though, but Chris, you're right. It's just levels to the visceral shit that happens.
It happened. I think
there is some shit that, when the Titans like bite them, crush them, it's like, oh my god,
it happens so quick. It's kind of like how movies beat the R rated. It's like to dodge the R rating, they have to like quick cut from the violence. Mm-hmm. That's what Attack on Titan does. It kind of like quick cuts from the violence,
which is why it was 4.
Yeah, which is why, like you said, you show Akira, my man getting lit up by like 80 bullets. They show the 80 bullets going through your fucking body.
All 80. That was good old Japanese animation. Do it right. I only killed 55.
So, but I want nothing but empty magazines.
Like, dog, these niggas, like I get it. There's levels to it, and I think that's where. And I'm gonna be real. If you're a parent, this is where your parenting has to come into play. I really mean this, because a lot of parents, they're like, "Oh, it's anime, it's okay." You know, no, you got to think about it. Can your kid handle that shit? Also, and this is a better one, white parents. Should you be showing Kyle this shit?
Look, all I'm saying is,
you know how Kyle acts. Should you be showing him this shit? That's what I'm saying.
If I have kids, would I show my kid Goku Midnight Eye? Probably not.
Fuck no. Will I show? No, I would not show my kids Goku Midnight Eye. Now,
show Crying Freeman.
Will I show him Crying Freeman? No. Now,
you show him Go-Go 13.
Probably, actually, I would.
Hold on. Like Queen Bee or the Professional?
Oh no. I think neither, actually, because the Professional is just terrible animation. Queen Bee, the bitch is on the naked on a horse, man. Come on, what you want me to say, Harris? Golly. Let the kids see let kids see the titties. No, they'll grow up. Like,
would you show them Fist of the North Star, the movie?
Yes, I would actually. I would.
Well, there's a new Fist of the North Star coming out, so
yeah. I would show my kids Fist of the North Star because I think they can take the violence. Now, would you show them Ninja Scroll?
No.
Look, there's titty. There's a snake coming out of a woman's vagina. I don't know.
Last one before we end this off. The one that you make sure not to show them, Violent Jack.
Ugh. I've never seen Violent Jack, so I can't say.
Violent Jack is raw.
I ain't never seen Violent Jack, so I can't.
I will say this.
Listen, any old taku listening to this, or even young anime fans, I highly recommend Google Violent Jack. If you can find it on archive.org, I know it's there because I've seen it. Watch all 6 episodes.
I think I'm gonna do that,
and then come back to me.
Now, hold on, real quick. Just got to address 2 things. Super Smash. I was a grown man, and I saw that episode, and I got to be real. Yes, the shoulders was everything. I was a grown man. I saw Fu with them non-titties she had. And I was like, you know what I said, Aaron? She Fu a little bit bad. She just a tiny bit, not all the way, but she a little bit bad.
Gotta be honest.
Second of all, I need y'all to answer this for him. Mm-hmm. Where's that? Which one?
I actually bought the newest release. The Blu-ray release of Bubblegum Crash. Very good transfer. They had they actually had the actual.
Well, they got the original film negatives.
They had the original film negatives.
That's
so
cool.
It's like really good. That's cool. Bubblegum Crisis. It's actually
Bubblegum Crisis, and Burn Up W were 2 animes where it really. Yeah, I know. I said Burn Up W. I know.
Yeah, I heard Burn Up W. That's
you know what I love.
That's a name we have not heard in many years.
Eris, I'm telling you, that's when I broke those two out. I felt the anime gods touch me. My son, you are now otaku.
I need to point out.
I was just going to say, episode 2, homegirl bungee jumping out of the building.
Now, I'll say this.
Now you are part of anime.
Now there's a couple of things.
She bungee jumped out that bitch.
He's reached anime nirvana at this point.
Now, we mentioned earlier.
Look, all anime like this, but they're kind of like this.
Go ahead, Chris.
Now we mentioned the whole thing with Aaron being on trial. Now, the interesting thing about Aaron in his Titan form is that when we first see him in his Titan form, we didn't know it was Aaron, but I laugh at how the core were like, hey, there's a Titan beating the shit out of these other Titans. What the fuck is going on here?
This nigga was giving everything hands, yo.
Rated E for everyone.
No
I
bullshit.
mean,
I like it. Like the only thing I don't like about Aaron as a Titan is he's a berserk. He's just a berserk.
boy, because he
Berserks
didn't know
are
what the
not
fuck to
fun.
do.
But look, Aaron didn't get fun until that last fight where Annie whooped his ass. She run away. He like, nigga. The fight ain't over. I got one arm, and I'm about to beat this.
Aaron went Stan from fucking South Park. I ain't hear no bell ring.
I mean, this nigga.
No, that was Randy.
Yeah, Randy, my bad. I don't understand Randy.
No, it had me rolling because Andy was trying to run up the motherfucking wall. My wife go over there. Bitch. Come back down here. And then the MVP show up. Misa could come out of nowhere, chomp her fucking fingers. Then got the nerve to do a Goku fucking move. She zip lines on this girl's nose. It's time to go down, Annie, and just zip back. And she went back. I was like, yo.
Annie did what I like to call, I'm just gonna say it, coward, but I respect the defense. She ends up crystallizing herself after being defeated, which kind of put everybody in the sense of like, okay, so you're not in Titan form, but you're crystallized.
Oh no, I'm crystallized.
What the fuck are we gonna do?
No, I'm crystallizing because you really think I'm gonna let you sit here and study me? Hold this crystal.
No, I'm gonna be in stasis. Have fun. Wakanda forever.
I was just about to say that.
Wakanda
I was about to say the same thing. She said Wakanda forever and crystallized herself. I'm like, yo, this bitch said harden and meant it.
But that's the thing. When you end your season off with that plus the Titan in the wall, that's where I think that's the thing that grabbed people, because the wait between season 1 and 2, everybody was like, oh shit, when is season 2 dropping?
And this is also where D was upset that he had to witness it in full view. Oh, you new niggas don't know nothing about waiting, do y'all? Because these motherfuckers got on my last nerve. You know how now I understand how we looked. Yes, all three of us looked where we like, hey yo, Hideo. When the third one coming out, bitch? They're like, what you doing? Sitting? What are you doing?
Well,
now I know how we looked. Because the way these fools acted for season 2 to come out pissed me off so much.
Sir, we had quite a bit of practice. Not to mention the fact that, again, internet wasn't a thing.
Exactly.
We had to sit through 3 years of Dragon Ball Z reruns.
4 years of repeating if you count Cartoon Network era.
Yeah, let's be
well
real.
for that one. Okay.
That
the initial year of hearing the roughest picking up the ball from Ocean Dub.
Did you love? By the way, I love how Cartoon Network got Steve Bloom to recognize. I know you guys are getting kind of tired of these reruns, but
they did a whole. They did a whole They did a whole like a tsunami bump of them talking about reruns.
Oh, that joke was fucking hilarious because it was the most inside joke because all of us got it and new people were like, "What the fuck's he talking about?" I'm like, "Oh, you weren't there, were you?"
Y'all weren't there. Y'all were not there. Y'all weren't there to see us laughing at them using the new Adventures of Johnny Quest, that clip over and over again.
I'm a stand of that show.
Like reruns.
D serves to remind me, you stand that show. I'm like, I do. Oh,
stand that shit.
That early 3D Quest world.
Let me be real. Look, I tried my best with Johnny Quest, the new Adventures of Johnny Quest. There's not total hate for me with that show, but I'm here to remind you, you treat that shit like it was SWAT cats, Chris, and I need you to bring it the fucking.
I feel like
you treat it like it was.
You know what it is?
It wasn't that great.
I feel Johnny Quest. I felt I was very Gen X at heart with Johnny Quest because that felt like Johnny Quest is a very Gen X ass show.
You know what, Chris? Like you and I had a weird discussion about this, but we never nailed it down. I remember we had this discussion in front of white people, and they like, "Oh, these Negroes are charming." But we were having that conversation where we was like, well, okay, fine. We grew up on that shit. We have a love for it because that's all we really had. Yeah. And even if it was more Gen X, more boomer, we were a part of that because we were a part of that whole thing. I will tell you the good example of that, and I hate saying this, Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
That's a very millennial fucking cartoon. And I already seen it with Gen Z. Gen Z likes it, but their love for it is more based on, hey, you see how Goku and Vegeta beat the shit out of Rose?
Mm-hmm.
Like, what about the Cell Saga? That's cool. But did you see Super Brawly and all the rest? They love Super Saiyan Blue. Like I'm not saying you don't have to, but the way they love it is like, wow. And then it hits me, much like Halo, you have two different sets of fans. One set's of fans that were grown up on original, and the other set that only really know about Dragon Ball Super. Yeah, they may have knowledge of Z. And if they're really that type of kid, they were raised right like my sons, they have a love for Dragon Ball. But you see what I'm saying?
Okay.
It's hard for anybody to connect all that.
I want people to understand this. So Attack on Titan, 2013. It ended, I think it was September 2013. We didn't get season 2 until 4 years later. Now, I want people to understand.
You probably did have a reason to bitch then. I'm sorry.
Now I said at the outset.
Takes that away then.
Now, I said at the outset, like for me, anytime I had to wait, I always just went to the manga and just kept reading the manga. So a lot of us, we were like, fuck it, we'll read the manga just to kind of bide our time. And we kind of had an understanding.
And I would give that to all the anime fans that first started watching anime in the 2010s like that. You are still manga readers today.
Mm-hmm.
You're otaku. You're an otaku. No. You're like this. Like, I know what you're trying to say. Can I have conversations with you three guys? You like, please? Because I always want to be with the geeks that really, chat it up with you guys about, anime and stuff. And that's when we got to look back. No, my brother. No. If we say manga entertainment, you're going to look at us cross-eyed. We can't talk.
Now, I do find it funny that like once you go into the second season, I don't know whether it's just the animation studio just found their footing because every subsequent season, it always came out the following year, basically.
Yeah. The last season is famously done by Mappa. Mappa does the last season.
Yeah, 35 episodes. They stretched out over 2 years. That's crazy.
You can tell that Mappa did it because it took them fucking long all day. But
3 years. 3 years. So you talk about from December 2020 all the way.
It took them 3 years to do the 4th season.
Yeah, so 35 episodes. And you remember it was like, because you remember the last 2 was basically long ass OVAs, basically to finish out the series.
That's what I said. COVID fucked a lot of shit up, bro. But anyway,
season 1. Yeah, that's it. So what we got next on the docket?
Okay,
animation.
So, all right. I let y'all choose. Mm-hmm. Do we go for more action or do we go for something kid-like?
Action.
Eris?
When you say kid-like, I
had a joke. I wasn't going to even say it.
No, when you say kid-like, I'm just curious because No, I'm just curious because I know.
How old do you mean by kid?
Stop it. No, when you say
sorry, that was an R. Kelly joke. I had to throw that out there.
No, when you say kid, like I'm just curious where, because the territories definitely vary, and especially coming from the land of the rising sun.
Yeah,
so I'm gonna say it. Adolescent like.
No. This is American, and it's for kids. American for American for kids or American
Fox?
action.
Hold up.
American.
Wait. Fox for kids?
Might as well be if you ask me.
Oh Jesus!
We're bringing back the One Piece rap.
All right, so check it out for real. Do we want to do American action or do we want to do American kids movie?
American action.
Right. Okay, American action.
Gentlemen, it's time for us to finally do this goddamn movie. We are going to do another Batman movie, except this time it's the legendary, underrated Mask of the Phantasm.
Yes.
Batman Mask of the Phantasm.
For my money,
is legendary.
For my money,
I went there on Christmas Eve to see them on Christmas to see that motherfucker.
For my money,
in a packed movie theater, bruh.
Batman Mask of the Phantasm. It's still my number one Batman movie, mainly because it hits on everything that you know about Batman. It is a movie about what happens when Bruce wants to have a happy life and fate says, fuck you, you don't get a happy life.
It also shows to me personally, the best animation of Batman the Animated Series, which is still that season 1 to 3 time.
Yeah, it was in between that's one.
Yeah, no, it came out during the second season.
Second season.
During, towards the end of the second season, I think. Yeah. But still, that animation team is still hands down like the best one. Like, I do not care for the new Batman Adventures. I really don't like the thin.
Well, they had to kind of do that whole.
I know. I still.
I love and hate it.
I still
love and hate it.
Still don't like it. But anyway, I love the movie. I can't wait for us to talk.
And animation sales are worth a mint.
Yes, and I will say this: this was also a movie where I can clearly say, "Hey, Mark Hamill,
you're like 4th in the billing. I need you to stop it. You are not about to take this movie away,
sir.
This is not your movie, Mr. Hamill. I'm gonna need you to step back."
You say that
you are not the star of this movie, Joker.
You say that,
you need to stop it.
You say that, D, but I gotta be real. Kevin Conroy says, "Fuck you, Mark. I have the best scene ever when Bruce is crying in front of his parents' grave and says, 'Can I have a good life?' and you emoting.
Please,
I'm like, please, I need an answer.
No, I can give more money to the police.
Hey, Bruce, look, I love you.
You're Batman for life.
I don't think for life. To give the police industrial complex.
A-cab Batman, all right. A-cab Batman, all right.
No, that moment when him and Andrea were embracing each other.
Woo!
And that crack in the ground and all them bats came out. It's like, well, there's just not.
His parents said, "Fuck you, you're Batman for life."
Literally.
You know what?
Very next scene, man puts on the cape and cowl.
I have look. Destined. I know Bruce Timm had a black eye with you know, the whole Batgirl and Killing Joke. But let me tell you something.
By the way, we 3 Black Geeks might be getting into that way early. That might be next year. We're going to be.
I got to say though, but I will say though about
we
Bruce
can just
Timm.
skip the first 45 minutes of that movie. I'm just going to
we really can. But here's the sick part. I hate to be this person, and I always told myself if 3 Black Geeks ever do it, we would do that, Eris. But the more and more I look at it, we as film critics, we have no choice but to talk about how Bruce Timm shot himself directly in the pee hole. I don't know how he did it. I don't know how he did it. I don't look, we all have a little bit of fetishes here and there, but nigga, you went straight up Snyder showing feet everywhere with that.
But here's the thing. The thing. Even with that, it didn't hurt him, but it definitely put a black eye on him. But here's the thing.
Yes, it did, because Bruce can't do shit right to these niggas now, yeah.
But here's the thing.
And it's sad. But go ahead.
Bruce Timm, for my money, it is amazing how this man put his ankle in the DC animated universe
and believed it. And
it worked. To go from Batman and then the Superman animated series to Justice League, Batman Beyond, even a little bit with Static Shock and the Zeta Project, and I'm gonna keep it real perfectly.
And I'm gonna keep it real. You were blessed with very good writers. You had Dwayne McDuffie writing for you for a chunk of them years. Holy shit. He was blessed with a Warner Brothers believed in him. They really believed in Bruce Timm. Yeah?
Got an Emmy, got some Emmys out of that shit too.
It was and Mask of the Phantasm, I'm looking at it, it had a budget of $6 million, only made $5 million. You better be lucky it's Batman.
But here's also another thing too, which
you better be lucky it was Batman.
We'll go into when we do the episode. It was a very weird time when that movie hit theaters where we as kids were excited because it's Batman, but there was a contingent of adults where half of them appreciated the movie for being really good, but then there was the other half that, and it still kind of happens to this day, where it was this thing of ill animation, but I'm not going to say ill animation. It's just, it ain't for me. Like, they still felt animation was kiddie.
Because we got two Batman projects in theaters in the same year. Batman Returns and this.
Yeah. And the thing of it is, like, this was the better one.
Hard disagree, but
no. I'm saying Mask of the Phantasm was better than Returns, personally.
Again, hard disagree, but
I'm not in this. I'm not in. Look.
I like Batman.
Chris, actually, you know what? That's perfect. That's a perfect way to end this. I want y'all both to keep that energy. I really do, because Chris, I need you also to remind you.
We finally get to rip that Band-Aid off.
We finally get to talk about our boy, Stacy, the fucking G. Keach, is doing a voice. He's the Phantasm in this movie. Mm-hmm. Stacy, we finally get to talk about our favorite white curmudgeon, Stacy Keach. But anyway, that is it. Thank y'all for joining 3 Black Geeks. It was longer than we thought it was going to be, but it was cool.
To the next time, people.
Peace. Oh my God, the Titans coming for us. Hit the